Hey guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Cancer for December 2021. Keep in mind it's a general message, so take what you feel resonates for you, disregard the rest, and go about today. But know that no matter what messages do come through today, it's still up to you and your active free will, the choices you make, the steps you take, and how you move forward in your worlds. That's all on you, my friends. This power that we have, it lies at the tips of our fingers, the soles of our feet. Our power to do is ours and ours only, so use it wisely. So before I get into this reading as well, I just want to give my subscribers a huge shout out. I love you, love you, love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. You mean the world to me. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Welcome to my kitchen. If you want to see my kitchen and myself and my readings more often, please hit subscribe. I'd love to have you along this journey. So what I'm going to do is pull a few cards for spiritual advice. I'm going to start off with the Shaman's Oracle for a little bit of spiritual advice, and then we'll move on to the Wildwood Tarot, and then as a sayonara, I'll leave you off with a little bit of the wisdom of the trees we have right here. Okay, so I'm going to start off now. I'm just going to take a moment to call in spirit. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, my team of light, as well as any of your spirit guides that would be here for the highest good to join us. I'm going to ask them to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself this reading and any of you who would ask for it, as well as to use me as the clearest channel possible, delivering messages that are for the most far-reaching of all of us watching. And again, no second rate messages here today. As well as, guys, if you do like this and you'd like to see more, you can follow me on Instagram at grassroots_evolution_tarot. You can find that in the link or the description box below, okay? So let's get into this reading, Cancer. First thing I have that comes out is the ancestor of boundaries, and what I heard is they're really being tested right now. There's a lot I heard that you're going through. There's a lot of truth that you want to speak. For some of you, you're learning new truths for the first time, and when I heard cognitive dissonance, right? When we're met with a truth that rocks us to our core or completely challenges everything that we've been believing and thinking up until this point, this really does show off some of our major boundaries. So for some of us, this could be in love, this could be in, you're definitely romantic relationship, this could be within partnership, this, I heard bank manager for some of you guys, and this is also what I heard is voluntary measures as well. For some of you, I feel like it's just really important for, if you're noticing too, other people stepping up and overstepping boundaries, to speak up and say something. Stand up for yourselves, because this is, I think, what I heard is this is a world where no one else is going to. And especially what I heard is also, if you're in a high power position, you do need to make sure that if other people around you as well are crossing boundaries, you speak up, and being also aware of other people's. This has, I heard, also some pretty big conversation skills. So let's get a little bit more about these ancestral boundaries, please. Moving in for Cancer this month of December 2021. So I had also heard, we have the Dancer of Reconciliation here. I had also heard 2019 when I was starting to shuffle this. And this happens sometimes with quite a few of these. I feel like if you're following me in my spiritual journey, 2019, I heard it was a major year of reckoning, right? And coming to terms with our truth and who we are, and really a major step forward in becoming the people that we'd like to be. And I heard also becoming more proud of ourselves. So I feel like as well, some of you may be, I heard recuperating energy. Some of you might be coming back together with loved ones, with families. This could even have to do with, people around you, that if you guys have had clashes over boundaries. I also heard moral boundaries, that, this kind of thing really needs to be discussed before we can expect harmony back within a partnership or a friendship or a relationship. As well as family here, I think it's really important that, I heard, especially just because we may know something about our family, it doesn't give us the right to, what is the word? I heard flaunt it, and I'm also hearing permeate. For some of us, we may have had lies spread about us, or for some of us, we may have been the person doing the spreading. Take it how it resonates. And I feel like there's a lot of things here that could be blocking a reconciliation. Anyway, that's just for some of you, and I feel like that was almost a very specific part of the message. For others of you, I think this is you're wanting to meet your soul tribe, because when you meet your soul tribe, I feel like, when you start to express your boundaries and how you feel, they're going to meet you with a harmony and understanding rather than trying to push past them anyway. So you have the spirit of initiation here, and I'd like to read you a little passage from the book before we move on to tarot for that. I opened right up to spirit of wisdom here as well. I think that you also have spirit of wisdom on the bottom. So I'm going to give you a quick little recap from the spirit of wisdom before we move on. I love this though, because to me it looks like a firebird. It looks like war paint, but it says, I am the spirit of wisdom. I put you in touch with the deeper levels of knowledge and transmute them into gold and true understanding. With wisdom you can only grow brighter, and your route becomes clearer with every breath. Watch for my star in the heavens and draw strength from my companionship as you walk in the many tangled paths of life. So wisdom is much more than knowledge. It is a profound understanding of our purpose in the world and an intuitive grasp on how to exercise sound judgment based on the experience we have acquired in the course of our lives. With the help of the spirit of wisdom, we can access the deeper wells of understanding within our souls and learn how to make the best possible use of what we know. The spirit of wisdom enables us to navigate the road ahead with realistic expectations, knowing what might and might not happen for best or worse, and recognizing our destiny when we meet it. And this is really, really wonderful that these two are coming together. And I feel like definitely you've pushed past a lot of boundaries for yourself. For some of you, you may have pushed past a lot of gender and sex boundaries within a workplace. And I feel like this is really, really an important thing. And to be proud of yourself for doing these things when we are crossing those thresholds and making our presence known. I feel like there are definitely... What I heard is that path to greatness and those stepping stones along the way. Sometimes in order for us to achieve those goals, there are relationships and friendships and things that kind of fall to the wayside. And I feel like some of you may be really leaning on these people from your past, from support, but it's coming from a very loving way. And I do feel like, though, just with the spirit of wisdom here, and I'll read the spirit of initiation, there may be a learning pain or growing period within this relationship, friendship, again, situationship, okay? And that's going to require a lot of honesty from both of you, or if this is many different people, I heard law firm for some of you. This is really, really learning from your past and using your wisdom. Each time we age, every day we age, this is a gift, and every experience we go through and we learn and we grow through, this also is a gift. Take it with you. That's something to these tools that we stick in our backpack on our fool's journey, right? So the spirit of initiation is here, and what I want to say is, if I'm triggering you throughout this, or if I'm saying something that you really resonate with, well, what part of it is it? Use this empowered vulnerability and use that as your truth. You're seeing it, right? A lot of times when we're triggered, it's because there's something we need to heal. And again, if this doesn't feel like it's for you, it's not meant for you, and we can't always be picking up on situations that resonate with everyone. But if it does resonate with you, what I heard is you hold the truth. This spirit of wisdom, these are feathers, these are air signs, this is communication. This is also learning. I feel like for some of you, I heard initiated into the boys club. Definitely if you've crossed boundaries and, traditional glass ceilings, and you've been able to kind of get into that boys' room, so to speak. But there's a lot of wisdom that it's even taken you and the people before you to even get to this place. And I feel like, again, I heard forerunner. So for some of you, if that resonates, you're going to understand what this is as well. May have been you were the forerunner, right? You were the best in your class and really good. But, in other times, this dream job would have been given to someone else strictly because of whether they put M or F on a identification piece of paper. Okay, so if you've been able to cross that ceiling and make a success for yourself, I feel like this is learning not to do it in those other ways, not to get so stuck in terms of gender roles on, this is what it was portrayed and how it was portrayed to be done, because you can cross those and you can create your own way of doing it. So I'm going to now the initiation part. It says, initiation opens doors between different states of reality. For the shaman, initiation was an introduction to the realm of spirit, where he or she would conduct their work. receiving from otherworldly guides instruction in the work of healing, and inquiry undertaken on behalf of the tribe. Initiation could take many forms, but usually included entering into a trance state in which the initiate received the approval of these beings of the inner world. The experience of being guided by otherworldly beings can be ours today if we learn from the spirit of initiation. So it says, I am the spirit of initiation. I was really strongly guided to read you that first, so I'll follow. With me at your side, you will begin to understand the mysteries and wonders that surround us all at every moment of our lives. I may intimidate you into many new experiences, or initiate you, but you may be intimidated by new experiences. Being this initiation process, it's not going to be for the faint of heart or the weak of heart. This is, I heard, a measure. This is a test of measure. This is, how far are you willing to go to get what you want in your world? To be a true seeker of divine beauty and divine grace and the divine in this world and in yourself. And what I heard is it's almost time to meet your maker, but not in the way of an ending and a closer and meeting your maker in death. This is taking the time to connect with spirit and meeting your maker. We don't need to pass over for ourselves to find that. And they're going back to trance state. So a lot of us too, especially if we're new to meditation, or if we go and we have a meditation, you during that process are being initiated into the light, into the spirit world. And I feel like it's really important as well, if you have, this could be again within a firm, you're being initiated into something, if it's not spiritually related. But I'm going to get back to this. It says, above all, I can show you how to find truth and wisdom, which will help you to overcome most of the problems that may beset you. There is a point beyond which all who seek the path of enlightenment must travel, and this I can show you whenever you are ready. And when we're initiated into things, it's because it's time, right? You've passed all these measures, you've passed these tests, I heard, are sound. If there's sound judgment, there's safe and sound is also what I heard. So a lot of us too, I heard initiation by fire, trial by fire. And for some of us, I feel like this is blood to me. I know that's gross, but there's that whole idea of blood, sweat, and tears to be able to get where we are. And I just feel like it's really, really important to learn from the past, but to remember to stay in the present. So that's very important, that the spirit of destruction is behind that spirit of initiation, because those two spirits are really important. It's the spark and like the all spark is what I heard. You are being brought into this piece by piece, what you can handle at the time. So as well, what I'm hearing for some of you may really get a lot of ringing in your ears. Know that this is spirit. They opened it up to the dancer of frustration with the shaman of reflections. When we are being given frustrations and when we're giving experiences that are meant to test us, I feel like there's real spiritual lessons in this, so take it for you how it comes, but keep a higher objective, but keep a higher perspective on what's happening around you, and just always a questioning, inquisitive, curious mind. So Spirit, can you give me a little bit of tarot wisdom? Thank you. We're using the Wildwood Tarot today, and you have the King of Bows, Fox. And this is beautiful. I think the fox is a beautiful, sly, cunning, sexy energy. This is also, though, your Knight of Wands. So something coming towards you, fiery. For some of you, there's boundaries that I saw, because I saw this fire and this charging forwards. There's boundaries coming up. But I feel like this guy's playful. For some of you, this is a trickster energy. I think it's really important for some of you, if the reconciliation is happening, that when we come back to gather with this person, when we are in their presence, when we're trying to engage in this, I think it's important maybe at first to keep it light. Keep it like light-hearted, okay? You don't need to dive into past hurts and things right away. And I think it's also really important, what I heard, is to allow this person to prove to you that they've changed. Or for some of you as well, I feel like there's issues of not feeling worthy for you, or you not feeling worthy of this conversation, of this happening. There may have been a lot of things, like I thought earlier, with the crossing of boundaries, or not understanding them. And this is where we feel like this person may not accept an apology from us or may not see us worthy of their time. And I think that this is just really important, that we're not back in that position. And when we kind of look at things like that, self-sabotage, and it is self-defeatist is what I heard. So what we want to do is stay in our power presence. I heard political presence for some of you guys, maybe in politics. This is remaining grounded. So there's going to be, I heard, a fury and a whirlwind of emotions, a whirlwind of things happening around you. But you need to keep your calm and collective. So have a bath. Do something that grounds you, that keeps you stable. Focus on self-care. You have also the Six of Bows in abundance in reverse here. And I feel like there is a place here where someone may be trying to put out the fire, is what I heard. You may also feel like this could have been these feelings of not being good enough, not being worthy of this situation. So we're going to do the best to squash it, or use all these excuses we can think about to not make the situation right, is what I heard. The Hunter of Honor, I picked up the wrong deck, but after I shuffled again, the Hunter of Honor was there. And I think that this is really important if you feel like you have done someone wrong. I brought in this yellow honey calcite, and I feel like it's because you need to really have trust and faith in yourself and know that you are worthy. This is solar plexus energy. This is that beautiful divine sunny energy as well, that there is success. If we look at this bear looking out into the sunset or the sunrise, however it is, it looks like sunrise because of all these beautiful yellows and oranges, this beautiful promise of a new day. We want to not focus so much, again, on the past, just the wisdom going forward, and trying to keep it lighthearted and joking while being strong and stable, so that what I heard is if they say something that triggers you, we're not reacting to that trigger response. We're responding from something happening here and now, not hurts that this person didn't even cause, is what I heard as well, for some of you if that resonates. So I'm going to get one more tarot, and then we'll move into the Wisdom of the Trees Oracle. So this also top card fell over, which is the Shaman of Sorrows. But the card that flew out was the Ancestor of Hope. That's really beautiful to have Ancestor of Hope and the Shaman of Ancestor of Boundaries here. Some of you, this is passed on loved ones and your ancestors looking out for you in this situation, going, you know what, we've definitely learned from this, so there's hope going forward. Use that power. And there is definitely going to be healing from sorrows, healing from things that have hurt us. And my friends, I am a fellow Cancer. I'm on the cusp, and I have Cancer moon. I am a bawling mess sometimes. I feel things so strongly, and I think it's really important here to allow yourself to feel, and that it's okay to cry, because in those tears, this is where the healing process happens. And especially if you're a water sign, that you may feel extra emotional. I heard, don't put yourself down. Don't beat yourself up. Don't make yourself think that you're less than because you feel like crying is weakness. Crying is not. It is strength. Let yourself have that good cry. Get yourself a bath. Make a cup of tea. Eat something that makes you feel full, nourished, and your soul happy. And, grab yourself a book, or just do something for half an hour, exercise that makes you feel connected to yourself, and then move on. What I heard is just go about your day. Get a good night's sleep. Eat breakfast. It's important. So the eucalyptus tree is here, and I'm not sure. I think it was, who did I do first? Capricorn had this tree, maybe even in Sagittarius. I'm not sure, but I think that it's important. And I was thinking about koalas, right? Because koalas are one of the animals that eat eucalyptus, but it's really poisonous to a lot of other things. So I think it's important too about resilience. Let me look into this, and like there being a special niche. So also this may be that, for other people, whatever you're doing or whatever, job you feel like is what you'd like to be doing, there may be a point where it's because you're perfectly designed to do this. This is what you've been training for, you've been dreaming of doing. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do it this way. Eucalyptus. Okay, so the eucalyptus is about balance, which makes sense because we're coming to the winter solstice, right? It's the shortest amount of night, but or the shortest amount of daytime. It's the darkest of the nights if you live in the northern hemisphere, of course. But it's this balancing out that the sun is coming back. So I think balance is really important. And it says, I am the ancient tree, but I have survived by adapting to my environment. I can show you how to live wisely and honestly by establishing balance in your life and in your attitude to the people around you. Try to strike the right balance between overt enthusiasm and lack of interest. Throwing yourself headfirst into a new project seems exciting at the time, but could leave you with a little room to maneuver later on. So finding balance, making sure that you're not burning it at both ends, you're taking care of yourself, you're getting good sleep, because also I feel like this is where you're going to be in your best humor too, in your best self, live in your best world. When you have prioritized your goals, you're going after what you want, and you're making sure that sleep is happening so that you have the energy throughout the day to get these things done. And if you need to prioritize your health, prioritize your health, my friends. That's the message I have. I hope it resonated. I love you all. Mwah. And I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.